All right, guys. So we knew it. So I just had to come on real quick and just let you guys know that right now there are choppers being reported in a few cities, and I can confirm there are choppers in the sky here, in Boston. In fact, my dog is looking out the window, like, you know, freaking out. That's weird. And then also, Twitter just went down. And also, I got another report that PG&E will be or has shut power off. We had talked about these 10 days of darkness. I tweeted yesterday about, hey, don't forget about tomorrow. And then I even did, something with I did a community post reminding everybody to be prepped up today, and that today had significance. If I feel pretty comfortable, we've been hitting like as far as 17 goes, Power, we've been hitting on what they're putting down. So the good news is that like this is a planned thing, I would think. It's just the whole 10 days of darkness. We broke that down. We had it as the 4th to the 14th, with the 15th being significant. And that's exactly that. Well, I don't know. So does it start now? Did we just have the 15th as the end date when it's really the start date? I mean, we know it has significance. Just from my decodes, it's a number that comes up a lot when you subtract the times, and it's I do that a lot. I do a lot of those. I just look through it, and there's a lot of information in these posts. So much more than the words. You can with the times, it tells a different story if you do it right. I've done a few of those decodes, but so Twitter's down. I just even checked myself. I didn't even know. I just got info. It was actually my source, so it's great, and boom. So I already know what's up. It's real. It's unbelievable. We knew it would be this date. That's just so odd. Um, that we had it. Unbelievable. So I mean, so PG&E, are they mostly like West Coast? The chop is. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Listen, the window's closed. You can still hear it. Do you hear them? It's been like 15 minutes here. So there could be military ops going down right now. Shut down Twitter. So YouTube's working. My power is on. I can hear the TV in the other room. But there are choppers here. I know Twitter's down. And I know that PG&E is shutting power off. And so PG&E, yep, yep, Pacific Gas and Electric, exactly. So they are. Oh, ah! Oh, so, wait, now I gotta. That's the risk you take. All right, that's funny though. Okay, PG&E. Oh yeah, yeah, Pacific Gas, and we've heard about them a lot. They were involved with the whole thing out there in Paradise, of course. PG&E. They were on my radar even before that for some other shady stuff. They've been linked to a lot of. Why can't I think of the other? There's been a few other things that they've been brought up a lot um, in the past. But what was the other thing? The other major? It was like a scandal. Let's see. Our alert has been activated. Power shutoffs announced. Why? Why? Is there a reason? You just do that to people? Imagine your power just goes out. Everyone here, we're all lucky. Twitter's down. Twitter is down. PG&E is down. Choppers in the sky here. That's got to be relevant, I would think, but it's not a normal thing where I live. No military bases that close. Um, how you doing, Danny Boom Boom? Thank you for coming to the channel. Um, so, well, I mean, catch you up. That would be you'd have to watch some of these videos, man. But we've been hitting a lot, right nail on the head. So this is a totally separate thing than the last two videos I've done, which were breaking news. But we've talked before those two videos. We've been talking about this 10 days of darkness and the significance of today, the 15th. I've been telling everyone get prepped up, get food, get water. I got so many cases of water today. It was like ridiculous how many cases of water. I was just running them up and down, up and down, up and down. I knew it. I told my mother. I like never tell my mother anything because she's like everything I tell her, even like the stuff that's so obvious, like how they got caught trying to get Trump. It's like she's just like I don't want to hear it. Your craziness. She realizes shit. Of course, there's been things that are undeniable, but we've been talking about this date, the significance of this date. On the Gregorian calendar, they took out the 5th to the 14th. So we knew that the first had significance, and boom, Trump right before midnight, he said, I'm gonna get tested because of Holly. Right after midnight, when I turned the first, he said he had it. So that was the significance, obviously, of that day that we knew was coming. We didn't know what it was. That we didn't know what. Well, actually, we did. We said 10 days of darkness. But we had this as the end day, not the start day. I hope it's not 10, actually 10. I hope it's like a metaphor for something. You know what I mean? You never know. Maybe the last 10 days happened, the 10 days of darkness, and then on the 10th day, it actually is dark. I'm not sure. Because, the president was sick. But then again, he's been fine these last few days. So I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't exactly describe the second half of these last 10 days as dark from their position. So it might be the start date. It might just be a coincidence. I don't know. I don't know. But here we go. Um, Accept all cookies, whatever. All right. Oh, yeah, they don't even tell like the significance of. Oh, yeah, there's nothing. They just say public safety power shutoff announcement. Oh, get current information. Okay. Shutoffs in progress. Affected customers will be updated each day. So they're saying it. Oh, and it was started on the 14th, so it was the 10th day. On the Gregorian calendar, we had our theory about the 10 days of darkness actually being the 10 days that they took out of the calendar when they switched from the Julius calendar to the Gregorian calendar. But around, I believe, 1582. If not, it was like 1182. I know that's a big difference, but it's one or the other. I think 1582. They switched to the Gregorian calendar that we have today, but they had to cut 10 days because the summer solstice and the equinoxes, they were all off 10 days. So they had to cut 10 days. And they decided to take October 5th to October 14th. So for 1 year, those days, if you went to sleep on the 4th, you woke up on the 15th. You know? Another chopper. Wow. So, wow. So here we are. It says on the 14th, these shutoffs started. But I bet you, but it seems like today, it's being more noticed because I've gotten, messages about it. So it must. Oh, see this? I just got a text saying it'll most likely, and this person I respect, it'll most likely be in different places at a time. So not one huge power shut off. Although the way this, so shut offs in progress. Ah, and guess what? Early voting is going on. So that affects early voting. That's crazy. Or they could be like, this could be a time to screw with things. I don't know. I mean, today even Trump said we're watching them real close. And I have to thank, because I was able to pick this date as a significant date just based on numbers and also the tended, the Gregorian calendar, but only because of Paul Revere, 17 letter. He said to call them the Midnight Riders or Paul Revere. You know what I mean? You can't use that word. It's an automatic ticket. They even voted in Congress to basically do something about them. So it's crazy. And there was more yays than nays because it was the House. So that's crazy. They voted on the 17th letter, like what to do about it. So that's amazing too. It's been legit information the whole time, and that's why I. So it sounds like it's gonna be like it just said in that text, like spot by spot. And PG&E is just so that's Pacific, but I wonder if this seems like it could potentially be a nationwide thing. Why am I hearing choppers nonstop? It's just it's just odd. So I just wanted to bring this to people's attention. If you watch this show, then you knew today was a um. Look at all these outages. Whoa, whoa, wow. So wow, look at that. All up Sonoma, Sacramento, down into just west of Stockton itself. Um, I don't know some of these cities. You can't even see the cities. There's so many. Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, Monterey a little bit. Wow, it's a lot. It seems like it's really concentrated, especially um, on the Sacramento West Coast and Santa Clara. I'm trying to like figure out how if this is actually like wicked, and then down in Salinas, I'm trying to figure out, but there's really heavy outages along these coasts, on the coast, and the coast makes sense. You know, I mean, if it was a military op, you know, it makes sense for the coast, but just that small amount of coast. So there's still all light all the everywhere else. So if let's just say I don't want to scare anybody. So this is the total. Just let's say we were worried about something with the Chinese or something. So we wanted to black out the coast. Even though I think the technology has passed the point where you have to see the coast physically in order to. But I assume it would be nice for the pilot to see the coast lit up and do what you gotta do. But then again, I think that they would also be such high altitude. But it doesn't. Those lights, no matter what, it's gonna have some type of effect, especially on certain types of radar. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here, but it's just kind of odd. It's like lines right up the coast. So you're good. South of that, you're good. Anaheim's good. So interesting. So it might be as someone I respect just said, like that, different areas at once. Also, early voting is happening right now. Um, so that definitely will affect that as they do different areas. So right now it's the Sacramento area. We're gonna keep an eye on all of this. Twitter's down still. Um, and there's choppers out here, and I had two other people tell me that they heard helicopters where they live. One is Oklahoma, I believe. Oklahoma, I believe. And the other, well, I don't know if I should get. That's okay. No one knows who it is. The other one would be New York, but that would be kind of normal. But I told them, and they just were like, you know what? Actually, now that you mention it, I can hear something too. So, huh. But he said it was more normal out there. It's not normal here. I don't know. So I don't know if anyone else is experiencing hearing that, like choppers. I haven't heard them for the past 5 minutes. Oh, you know what? Now that I go quiet, I do hear it still. There's one in the distance, actually, so I can still hear it. It's very odd. It's not normal. So it seems to be concentrated around Sacramento right now. But these the way it's worded, they're like on purpose, and basically they're saying because they call them every day, every day. That's crazy. So day by day you gotta call. Well, how long is your battery life? Well, I guess you. I mean, if you have, what if you have low battery and boom, you're screwed. Can't call. You can't charge it. I mean, you could try to keep it alive as long as possible, but if you weren't prepared, so I hope people were prepared that live out there that might listen to this channel or any channel for that, anyone for that matter. So we'll be keeping you guys updated. There's a red pill dispensary. Be safe. Um, High alert time. This is just like I said earlier in the post. This is a high optic, day. And I said, I will be watching everything. Be safe. Watch everything. See something, say something. And also prep. I got my preps in. Wow. I have to tell my mother. I told you. But, I hope everyone's gonna be okay, and I know everyone's gonna be okay. It's a huge inconvenience, but I think that it's relevant to something much bigger, all at once. PG&E power, Twitter, and choppers reported in 3 areas at least. I mean, that I know of. The best way to like search, if people are hearing hell is Twitter. You know what I mean? Think about it. That's where I would go. You just put it in, herring choppers or herring helicopters, and boom, you just get the latest. And if it's happening everywhere, you'll see it. People will be tweeting it. That's where I would look. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm gonna be checking around YouTube, checking around the internet, checking around everywhere, and also checking on Twitter and everything like that. And I'll probably be back. This is Red Pill Dispensary. Salute.